Carrie Rhymes dwi, dwi'n neud caws efo'r llefrith dafad. Dwi'n byw in Bethesda a dwi'n rhedeg y cwmni Cosyn Cymru. Well, when I moved here back in 1984, I didn't know anything about Welsh culture, life, language. In fact, I'm not even sure that I really realised there was a Welsh language. But when I moved here, I definitely wanted to learn the language, and I tried, but it was really hard. It sounded so weird, and I just couldn't get my head around it, and there were other things going on, and I gave up. In fact, I started and gave up twice, and it was only the third time that things got going, and that was because I had a small son who was clearly going to be educated in Welsh, and there was no way I was going to let him go ahead and me not understand what was going on. So that for me at the time was the big incentive. And luckily, where I worked at the Countryside Council for Wales, they were really supportive and gave us time off to go and learn, which was great. A rwan, mae'r Gymraeg ydi rhan rili pwysig o'r fy mywyd. Dwi'n defnyddio'r Cymraeg efo'r ffermwyr, lle dwi'n nôl a llefrith, dwi'n defnyddio Cymraeg efo'r cwsmeriadau, efo'r just pobl yn Bethesda. Mae just rhan o'r bywyd dydd i dydd. Mae'n normal. Even though I knew then I really had to learn Welsh, I don't think I really realised quite how important it was going to be. I would say that it's, well, next to bringing up my son, it's probably the most important thing that I've done. And I'd say that's probably even more important than cheese, although I probably shouldn't say that. Because being here, it's part of a belonging, and it has helped on so many different fronts, both through my work, my business, but also from my son's point of view. He's a freelance musician and has just thrived in the Welsh traditional music scene, and well, the music scene more broadly, and for him it's a hugely important part of his life. So for both of us, yeah, very important. Ar ôl y wersi Cymraeg arbennig o dda, oedd yna rai o pethau rili pwysig fod yn helpu fi cario ymlaen efo'r Gymraeg. Ar un peth, pan oedd Patrick fy mab yn yr ysgol gynradd, yn ysgol Llanllechyd, chwarae teg i'r athrawon, oedden nhw'n mynnu siarad â fi yn Gymraeg, hyd yn oed yn ara deg, a'r un adeg oedden nhw'n gofyn i fi dod i mewn i helpu efo darllen yn yr ysgol, o'n i'n just yn siwmio fod bydd y darllen efo'r Saesneg, ond na, oedd o'n helpu darllen yn Gymraeg. Ges i complete panics, ond oedd o'n wych, a fi ar y plant yn cael hwyl, acos wrth gwrs y plant yn gwybod mwy na fi, really, a oedden nhw'n lyfio'r ffaith fod oedd nhw'n medru helpu fi yn siarad Cymraeg. So, yeah, ysgol Cymraeg, a hefyd un o'r cymdogion Beryl Orwig, ddynes sy'n byw yn Abercaseg, a mae hi'n bob wythnos yn cael grŵp bach o'r dysgwyr draw i cael coffi a panad, a da ni'n dal yn cario ymlaen i wneud hynny, a da ni'n ffrindiau enfawr. So, yeah, so ni'n licio deud diolch Beryl, oeddech chi'n wneud job andros o dda.
What's your favourite Welsh word, do you think?
Well, can I give two answers for this? The first is a bit, I would say, I really like the word munud, the Welsh word for minute, because I think it means something a bit different in Welsh. If you say, well, chi mewn minute, see you in a minute, in English you've got perhaps, I don't know, 10 minutes, quarter of an hour at the most. Whereas somehow or other I think the Welsh minute lasts a good deal longer, and that really suits me because I'm the sort of person that tries to squash too much into a day. So, well, chi mewn minute in Welsh seems to me, perhaps I'm wrong, can last up to a couple of hours. You might even get to 3 hours, which is just great. So I'm certainly in favour of the word minute. But to be a bit more serious, I think one of my very favourite Welsh words is a thrydd. In English, there's not really in-by land, if you like. It's the area of land between the mountain and the lowlands, steep ground that's sort of half wild, half farmed, with a whole mixture of habitats of woods and scrubs and wetlands and little little magical meadows and bracken and rushes, all mixed in together. And I just love the Freeze, and we're lucky here, we've got loads of it. And yeah. Here in Bethesda, I use Welsh daily, numerous times a day. In fact, and it's really lovely because sometimes I sort of realise that I haven't really thought about whether it's actually English or Welsh that I'm speaking, and you suddenly come up short and think, oh my goodness, I've been operating in Welsh for the last few hours and not even really realising it, which is great. So os dwi'n perthyn yma, oes, dwi'n wir yn teimlo mod i'n perthyn. Mae'r pobl lleol di fod yn, mae'n wir yn dda, mae'n di boi croeso enfawr I fi, a'r dwi'n meddwl mod i'n teimlo mod i'n perthyn.